you take 1,000 doctors who call themselves pro-choice and put them in a room and interview them about abortion, you'll get 1,000 different answers. But ask them what they think about abortionists. You get one answer.
Right.
These are the scum, the washouts, and the losers of medicine. And it's hypocritical.
And it's true.
And it is true. And it's hypocritical, but it's the way it is. And it's like when we were doing the research for MAFA 21, you'd come across this information about slave traders. And even people who supported slavery, either politically or actually owned slaves, would not let their children play with the children of slave traders.
Right.
Slave traders were considered the pariah of the community, even if you're pro-slavery. That's the same parallel here. Now, you also get these people that are not only scum, but they're incompetent beyond belief. We've got a Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs Bureau of Health Professionals in the state of Michigan who was disciplined as Dr. Franklin Seabrooks. Now, I'm just going to give you the thumbnail sketch of this thing. It's pretty astonishing. This woman goes to him for an abortion. She thinks, she thinks that she is 6 weeks pregnant, between 5 and 6 weeks pregnant. He does an examination on her. Now, he's a practicing abortionist, right? And he determines that she's 9 to 10 weeks pregnant. Okay. He's probably right? Because she's not a doctor.
Right.
And he's a doctor, and he's done an examination, and he's found out that she's 9 weeks pregnant.
He just wants to charge her more.
He tries, still a first trimester. He tries 3 times to abort this pregnancy and can't. Can't get it done. He then tells her that her uterus was still large and that he wanted a second opinion. So he sends her to another abortionist, Rodolfo Finkelstein, 30 miles away, okay? He determines that he determines that she's in her second trimester. He's a specialist in second trimester abortions, and this first guy thinks, well, maybe she's more than 9 to 10 weeks, so he sends her to this guy. So he does an abortion on her. The day after that, or a few days after that, she calls back and says that she's constipated and in a bowel movement, and that she is having severe pains in her back and abdomen. So he advises her to take laxatives and that she's okay, that this is normal post-operative, right? That was on November 20th. On November 21st, the next day, she decides to take matters in her own hands. She shows up at the Huron Valley Sinai Hospital emergency room, complaining of severe back pain and vaginal bleeding. So
I can see where this is going.
they start doing an examination on her and find out that she is pregnant, right? 7:50 that evening, she delivered a 35-week male baby.
Wow.
7 o'clock that night.
Healthy?
The baby survived. He had abrasions and multiple scalp wounds. So apparently when these animals that were attempted abortion, they injured him, and he had scalp wounds and abrasions on his head. But he was eventually discharged in stable condition just about 2 weeks later. So he survived.
Almost a full-term baby that survived 4 abortion attempts.
4 abortion attempts.
Holy smokes.
2 practicing abortionists can't tell the difference between a woman who's either 5 to 6 weeks, 9 to 10 weeks, or maybe early second trimester, and 35 weeks.
My goodness.
Is there any doubt in your mind why these people are doing abortions and aren't operating a legitimate OBGYN practice?
Unbelievable.
These guys are the morons.
What state was that? Where did that happen?
Michigan. But this happens everywhere.
Yeah.
We've got tons of documentation on this all over the country.
I want to know the rest of the story, though.
They had no
That's-
clue, and I feel bad for that baby because that means that baby felt those pains.